Hey, I'm Russ. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my modification of the Fisher Brothers Baits EWA. I'm going to be using the 3.5 inch color in 122. It's sort of a smoked black flake EWA. It's very much like a tube bait in how it fishes, but it's got the benefit of a solid soft plastic, so you don't have to put a jig head in it. You don't have the tear outs that you have with tube baits. I'm going to be rigging it up on a round ball head with a turned eye, 60-degree flat eye, with a light wire hook. I guess it's kind of a medium wire hook, with a heavy sized screw lock. I believe this is 1/4 ounce extra wide gut. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to modify the rear end of this bait to accept, I guess it's kind of a magnum rattle. It's a 2 rattle. It's about, I don't know, 3/16 in diameter, something like that. So I guess that's, I don't know, maybe 6 millimeter, something like that. We're going to take the end of the EWA. We're going to put it in there. And the way we're going to do it, we're going to heat the rattle up. The standard household lighter. These glass rattles are typically made of tempered glass so they can handle being heated up. Get it nice and toasty roasty. And before it cools down, start placing it in the EWA. The hotter you get this thing, the deeper it'll go in. I usually blow on it. To get it to cool down. Once it cools down, it sort of gets all melty around there. You can always touch it up a little bit with a lighter, like that, if you don't like the way it goes, but that one went in there pretty good. Usually I get it a bit hotter so it'll go in deeper. I like to try to get it in halfway. But as you can see, it really grabs it. Now, to make sure that it really stays in there, the other thing I like to do is I wet the area, spit will work. Then I take some super glue. I drop it in around, all the way around the bait. Like that. If there's any voids that the melted EWA doesn't stick to it, the super glue will take up the rest of it. Plus it'll mound up a little bead of super glue around it. Then what I do is I take the screw lock and I screw it right on. Harder said than done. I think they put some scent or worm oil or something on the plastic, which makes it a little slippery, but gives it great action in the water. Screw it on, put the worm in right, or the hook in right at the bend. Get it to lay perfectly flat. Skin hook the tip. And there's my bait setup. One extra modification I make is I take a spiked garlic tip in either chartreuse or red. I like to put a little red on the ends of the tails. Makes it look a little bit like it's bleeding and injured. Just the very, very tips is all I do. And then I fish it around stumps and rocks. I hop it. Thing makes a ton of noise. Stays in there really well. And most importantly, I use it as my bed fishing jig. And I pitch it, but I pitch it with a spinning rod. And I crush them pretty hard with this thing. So there you go. Modification to the Fisher Brothers EWA. It's a 3.5 inch in the 122 smoked black flake. Thanks for watching.